Hello, I'm Chihwei. I'm the first year PhD student in Science and Technology Studies. And before starting my discussion, I have to apologize that this poster isn't really something for this discussion, but I think the figure here may be helpful. My PhD project is about the relationship between expectations and actions on the meanings and the values of particle physics research at CERN, because I'm interested in the dichotomy about the meanings and values of particle physics, because I've noticed that talking about the discovery, talking about standard model theory is completed. It's not enough after the discovery of the Higgs boson, and different actors talk the meaning and value differently. And there is just unfinished tension and debate. So that's why I pick up this topic. And I found that sociology of expectations are very useful for me to look into this tension and debate, because in my account, I don't think there is a right or wrong answer about which side of the meaning and the value of particle physics is right or wrong, because I think it's a result of continuous debate and bargaining and negotiation. So I have drawn a conceptual idea from basically from von Land and his student Baker about a concept of arenas of expectations. I regard that the policy arena is an arenas of expectations, that there are expectations and actors such as scientists or policy analysts, and expectation selectors, that will mean policymakers and those policy advisors. And besides these two actors, I also think about is there any intermediaries between selectors and unactors? And I think that science policy studies, the studies in it and the scholars in it are like a translator that trying to translate and unroll the expectations from the policy side to the scientific community, because this kind of insight is drawn from the performativity theory into studying policy studies, because some have said that, for example, computer simulation models studied by policy analysts, policy scholars, become a performativity tool that is shaping the policy decision in environmental policy. But I think that it's a bit different in particle physics because it's not so evidence-based, trying to simulate a model saying that when they will find a particle or when they will complete a theory. I think their tools are more about, it's more discursively, more rhetorically. So drawing from this conceptual idea, I try to design my research into a case study, and this is the part that I found it the hardest for me, but oftenly just in PhD board paper writing process, I think we tend to leave less time for research design than literature review. So I'm not so sure that my research design that I will explain in a minute will just suit this conceptual idea or not, so I welcome people's discussion. So because CERN's collaboration is very huge, so I pick up UK's participation in the period of Large Hadron Collider, and it's a single unit, a single case study, but it just has a time perspective because the Large Hadron Collider started planning and constructing in 1980s. So we can see a period that moving from Thatcher government, from previous Labour government, aiming for the evidence-based policy, and to now just Conservative Party again. And my single case study has multiple units of analysis. The first one is national level. I'm looking at the government policy, their general expectations in particle physics and basic research. And the second layer is organizational layer. Sorry. It's about how lobby groups, universities, and policy studies community trying to evaluate or providing some tools or evidence trying to understand the meaning and value of particle physics. And individual levels, I will also look into scientists, policymakers, and policy advisors, policy analysts, individual experiences in this tension and debate. So I'm just curious about how you will think this conceptual idea from expectations and performativity theory is operationalized well or not. Thank you very much.